This is the day the Lord has made. We are rejoicing and we are glad in it. Your Excellencies, Your Majesties, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and our very special guest, the girl child. Can I hear your voice? Happy International Day of the Girl Child. You are the reason we are here today. This event is dedicated to you. I want to congratulate you for taking out time to be here. You're special, you're seen, and I want you to know that you're valued. So congratulations for the International Day of the Girl Child. Before I go into my speech, I usually try to skip protocol by saying I stand on existing protocol, just so I don't offend anyone, but I think I have to make an attempt at this today. Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, ably represented. Your Excellency, the Senate President, ably represented. Your Excellency, the Speaker. Your Excellency, the Deputy Speaker. Your Majesty, the Sultan of Sokoto, Your Majesty, the Olu of Wari, Your Excellencies, the wife of the Kwara State Governor and the chairperson of the Nigerian Governor Spouses Forum, Your Excellency, the wife of the Oyo Governor, Your Excellency, the Ambassador of Switzerland, Your Excellency, the Deputy British High Commissioner, please permit me to stand on other existing protocols. I would like to also specially recognize my quiet strength, the wind beneath my wings, my darling husband, Mr. Nathaniel Ogwuche'S. My siblings are here, my sister, Isa Yosabo Wangru, her husband, Bobo Wangru. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your support. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you to the 6th edition of the Osasu Show Symposium, now known as TOS Symposium, with the theme Girls Today, Leaders Tomorrow, Advancing Women's Representation Through Policy. My team and I are deeply honored to host you here at the National Assembly Library, the symbolic heart of our democracy. Your presence today isn't just a gesture of support, it's a declaration that a fair and equitable Nigeria is not some abstract dream deferred, but a destiny within reach. A Nigeria where every girl, regardless of where she's born, Sokoto, Lagos, Benue, can dream freely, lead boldly, and succeed freely. And to the young girls in the room today and those joining us virtually, because we are live on AIT and ITV, you are the reason we are here. Your courage, your curiosity, your hope. They remind us why our advocacy must never grow quiet and our policy must never lose heart. I want to specially recognize our partners today. Let me pause to extend my deep appreciation to our distinguished partners and leaders. His Eminence, the Sultan of Sokoto, I truly appreciate you, my father. Her Excellency, the First Lady of Kwara State and the chairperson of the Nigerian Governor Spouses Forum, thank you so much for your partnership and your unrelenting support. I appreciate you. His Excellency, the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives. I always call him by his traditional title, but I always fail to pronounce it right, but I will attempt. The Ochiagam of Abia State. Thank you so much for being here, sir. We thank you not only for partnering with us in this historic event, but for always answering when we call. Your consistent, visible advocacy for gender inclusion and women's economic empowerment truly means a lot to us. Thank you once again. So, we thank you for lending your moral, cultural, and institutional strength that this movement for equality so desperately needs. Again, I would like to share a personal story. I remember, I think I was about 6 or 7 years old. My mom was driving us to school one day, and I saw a girl, a young girl, who was hawking. And I had asked my mom, I think that was my first conscious moment as a child. I had asked my mom, how come we get to go to school and this young girl is hawking on the street? And she responded to me, teaching me about privilege. And she also taught me a very important lesson that there's a lot of responsibility that comes with privilege. So when people ask why I do what I do and why I'm passionate about the causes I believe in, I always remember that little girl whose memory is etched in my mind. I believe that the catalyst of my drive and the reason that I so fearlessly champion the causes that I do today is because of that singular moment. I remember moving back to the country in 2014, and I hit the ground running, going to the internally displaced persons camps, building shack houses, building schools, donating books, feeding materials, and all that good stuff. And I thought to myself that there is a gap between the elected and the electorate, and someone needs to bridge that gap. And that is how TOS Symposium came about. Every day we're fighting to amplify the voices of the vulnerable, because I personally believe this is my purpose. I believe this is my calling, and I would give everything that I have to ensure that their voices are heard and that justice is always brought to them. So this is the beginning of TOS Symposium. And since 2017, we built this platform so that policy could meet people, and so that the conversations in the corridors of power could echo in the streets and in the homes of everyday Nigerians. So since then, each edition has confronted a national challenge: governance, economic empowerment, education, social justice, and now at our 6th edition, we turn our focus squarely to the girl child. Because we believe that the policies we shape today will absolutely determine the representation that we see tomorrow. So this year's symposium is no ordinary gathering. It comes at a defining moment in Nigeria's democratic journey. We stand today with the facts clearly before us. Nigeria currently ranks a shameful 184th globally in women's parliamentary representation. In Africa, we are 54 out of 54. We rank the bottom of the barrel. So we are failing our mothers, we are failing our sisters, and we are failing our daughters. So the ongoing Constitution Review presents us with a unique opportunity and the chance to finally close this gap. We're here to champion the specific proposal to enshrine reserved seats for women in Parliament. And let's be clear, this is not just about numbers. This is about closing the democracy gap. It's about justice. It's about representation. It's about unlocking the full potential of our nation by ensuring that women are no longer left at the margins of decision making. Because when women sit at the table, nations make better decisions. And when girls are empowered, societies move forward. I would like to also specially recognize the presence of the UN country rep, ably represented by the country director, UN Women, Madam Beatrice. Thank you so much for making time out to be here. So we'd love to also continue to celebrate the voices of women blazing new trails, such as Mariam Hassan Booker, the young poet nominated as the first ever Global Peace Ambassador at the United Nations. We also have one of my mentees here, Emanuela William, a student leader shaping policy in her university. These are proof that Nigerian women, yes, round of applause for her. They are proof that Nigerian women and girls are not waiting for permission to lead. They are already doing so. So before I close, I want to charge us and ask of us, what becomes of a nation that silences half its population? What becomes of a democracy when its mothers, its daughters, and its sisters are absent from the very table where destinies are decided? The answer is simple. Such a nation lives, and such a democracy is incomplete. But today, here in this hall, we proclaim a new vision. Girls today, leaders tomorrow. We affirm that the girl child in Zamfara, in Anambra, in Edo, in Kano, in Lagos, in Oyo, in Benue, here in the FCT, every girl child in Nigeria can dream not only of being a nurse or a teacher, but of being a lawmaker, of being a minister, of being a governor, and yes, even the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So let me speak directly to our stakeholders, to our lawmakers. You have the pen of destiny. Wield it with courage. Write equity into our constitution. Write fairness into our laws. To our traditional and religious leaders, lend your moral voice. Use your sacred platforms to affirm that dignity knows no gender and leadership knows no boundaries. To our governors and their spouses, continue to stand as our champions. Your advocacy at the state level will determine whether this reform takes root or fades away. To our civil society partners and development partners, continue to amplify the call. Sustain the energy beyond today. And to every citizen, especially our youth, this is your inheritance. Guard it, demand it, protect it. This symposium is not an end, it is a catalyst. From this day forward, let us commit not just to resolutions, but to results. Let us leave this hall not only with speeches, but with steps, with an unshakable coalition that will carry this reform across both chambers, through every state assembly, and into the very heart of our Constitution. Because every girl we empower today is a leader we invest in tomorrow, for tomorrow. And when the story of this generation is told, let it be said that we stood up, that we've refused excuses, that we chose courage over fear, justice over compromise, and unity over division. The promise of an equitable Nigeria rests on our commitments today. We have set the vision, girl today, leaders tomorrow. Now let us turn our attention to the policy experts who will show us the pathway to that necessary representation. Let us listen, let us learn, and let us act with an unshakable resolve. May God bless the daughters of Nigeria. May God bless our leaders with wisdom, and may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you very much.